fans here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard. Line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Down! Ladies! I'm here. White!
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr gives it off to Washington. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 45.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Cleveland.
180!
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
50, Mike 50.
Hey, orbit! My God!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, box truck, box truck! My God!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. No score after one on EA Sports. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
You're mine.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now, you ready? Rip left, rip left. Bang, 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 bang.
On first, here's Washington. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
OP. Kill. Turn it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Wilson snags it left side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
Now Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one... Winds up to be incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
King! Hey, Delta!
Minus 50, minus 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 50's the mark.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Check hot route. Hot.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike.
Down. 280.
3. Mike.
Ready, 9.
Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Good job, Rudy. Good job, fellas. Woo!
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Here's Beckham. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
50, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 57 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely... understand that, but remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, alert 33.
51 to Mike 51.
Hey, Zoo.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
It's been a long day.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry.
Three down. Go, Mike, 51, Mike.
First down, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha.
50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mayfield to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go, D. All day, D.
Pistol.
All day. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
King.
Mayfield with it once more. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Alvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Real.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Running it, Washington. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Kill, 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 kill.
Raider one.
They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out here in the eye. On first and goal, Washington. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second down and goal. Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Carlson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Regular.
Watch the screen.
Hey, wahoo.
Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I started Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Alert.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff for Washington. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Carr now to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open left side is Brown. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Hey, 734. Come get some.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Bravo.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Watch.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the 1st down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Kings.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the cut.
Hey, orbit.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Real.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Down. 93.
Watch time.
Carr now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive, down the middle and complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 41 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Low. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Nelson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Go, Mike, check. 180. Run. Hey, let's go. Hey, Foxtrot.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Oakland.